St. Louis recently received an increase in funding for HIV/AIDS medical care. Today, we'll find out why our area received this increase, as well as some innovative approaches to address this health concern.
And have you been wondering about the real estate market? It's home buying season, so how is the market doing? And what are flash sales? Just a few questions we'll pose to Agent Kelly Hager.
And we're going to meet a couple of guys from Jamba Juice and explore their key to healthy living. And are you thirsty? You should see what they brought.
Can't
I'm
wait.
excited about that.
All that and more coming up now on St. Louis Presents.
I don't have anything that I say in here, though.
And then Debbie tosses to break up.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents. We have, guys, some good news and some sad news to share. And of course, the good news is some awards that the city received. And Mayor Slay and County Executive Dooley accepted an What's Right with the Region Award, which is hard to say. Try saying that 5 times. What's Right with the Region Award for the creation of the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership, which is important in bringing jobs to the region. And Bill Seedoff, who is the director of the Department of Human Services, he won a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Crisis Nursery for all of his help there. So congratulations to them.
Absolutely.
Good work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the sad news, of course, is the passing of David Balding, whom hopefully many of our viewers will know as the founder and artistic director of Circus Flora, which is St. Louis's very own circus, which is actually entering its 28th season at the end of May, and he passed away over the weekend.
You know, I got to know David pretty well. I figured it up that between radio and TV, I'd interviewed him something like 15 times.
Oh my goodness.
Over the last 10 years, and he was a real treasure and really made Circus Flora what it was, I think.
Absolutely. Full confession, I am a member of the Circus Flora board, so I've been working pretty closely with David for the last 6 years or so. And for those of you who have not ever been to Circus Flora, please go. It is the most unique, wonderful, artistic, fun family experience ever.
Let me tell you something. I think, Sandy, you said you'd never been.
I've never been in. I really
Until
want to go.
Until I met David and did my first interview with David 10 or so years ago, I thought I was too grown up to go to the circus and like it, so I interviewed him, I went, and I've been a regular ever since. I look forward to it every year. It's so much fun. And of course, they're going to open this year on May 29th, and I'm going to be there. We'll miss David, though, because David would open every performance, come out into the center ring and get things started, and he's really going to be missed.
He definitely will. Jack Marsh is taking his place, who is Cecil McKinnon's son, who most people will know as the clown narrator
Yo-Yo
of the
clown,
show.
I think.
And it's called The Pawn this year. It's a brand new show, and it's a partnership with the World Chess Hall of Fame and the Chess Club and Scholastic Center, so it should be really fantastic.
I have to check that out, though.
It is because,
Everyone's been
do you know,
talking about
Sandy,
it.
that we have become a feeder for circus arts talent all over the world. So thanks
wow.
to Circus Flora, which spawns Circus Harmony, the circus school in City Museum, we have these kids who are going on to all over the world performing in circuses and Cirque du Soleil. And really, it's a tribute to the work that David Balding started here in St. Louis 28 years ago.
And I love
Circus
their theme
Flora.
this year, the Pawn, because now St. Louis, of course, is the chess capital of the world, too. So
Yes, well, officially the national
I say the world.
chess capital.
I say the world.
The U.S. Senate. Well, we are going to talk about juice. We're going to talk about the real estate market and so much more. So stay with us. We'll be right back on St. Louis Presents.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back. For over 20 years, Jamba Juice has specialized in better-for-you foods and drinks.
But their passion for a healthy living goes beyond the restaurant doors because they've joined forces with other organizations in the battle against childhood obesity and other things too.
Yes, and joining us now are GM Alex Wilkinson and franchisee Jerry Amsler. How are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Great, thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. Now, I always get really, really excited when someone brings food, and I'm hungry. I know
This
you
is-
guys
this
can hear
is
my
liquid
stomach.
food.
It's liquid food, but it's
Meal
good for you
replacement.
food and very good meal replacement. So tell us a little bit about Jamba Juice as a whole, if they don't know.
Yeah, Jamba Juice originated in California in 1990, and for your viewers who are Californians, they knew it as the Juice Club, and then it turned into Jamba Juice and been around and #1 smoothie brand in the country.
I'm a little curious about the name Jamba. Is that a person, place, or thing?
Yep, I guess a thing. It's a Hawaiian word for celebration, Jamba.
Oh, I like
So
that.
when you come into our stores, it's all about a celebration, and you leave and you're excited, and all the way from the time you walk into your product.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to try all of this stuff here. So basically, the premise behind Jamba Juice is, of course, healthy meal replacements, foods, that type of thing. So what do you guys have here specifically? I see a lot of
little bit of a spread.
smoothies. Yeah. And especially this right over here.
Yeah,
I'm
we
a
have
little
wheatgrass shots for you
curious
guys.
about these green-looking drinks here.
It's wheatgrass.
I know what it is.
Hey, I've got
Steve
one-
doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, and I'm a little
though.
concerned. But you know, we all know what a smoothie is. Do you compare this to a smoothie? Is it anything like a smoothie?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's got your basic juice, your fruit, ice. What makes it different is just what we put in it. We don't put aspartame or any added sugars.
Okay.
All natural, better for you.
And they're sort of made to order when you come in, right? And
Yep.
do you have a choice of things? Can you choose this and that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 35 menu items, but most of the people will come and customize their own based on what their current health trend is for themselves.
Speaking of health, you know, I was ever since a kid, I was one of those people that never ate breakfasts. You know, like real food. So would this be
important
something that I could use as a
Be
breakfast
perfect.
supplement?
Yes.
Perfect for you.
Absolutely.
see
Not
that.
only just for the smoothie base, but we also have a full menu of breakfast items as well, oatmeal as well for the morning crowd as well.
Oh, I was not aware of that. So these are great meal replacements, and we talked a little bit earlier. And one of the things I like to do when I get smoothies is I like to add protein and things like that. And you guys offer those things as well, where you can add additional grams of protein in your
Yes.
smoothies for those of us who work out and maybe are going right afterwards to get some protein in their system. What other types of supplements do you
Yeah,
add
we
to your
have a little
stuff?
bit for everybody. We have 12 different boosts. So we have the protein and the soy protein boost for them. We have Lean Advantage if we're looking to lose weight.
We have caffeine with the
Caffeine.
3G charger.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you can
Speaking of
take it
losing weight,
before.
I wanted to ask you, but you know, this time of year, that's on a lot of people's mind. I've been trying to lose a few pounds for a few weeks and have had zero success. So how could I use Jamba Juice as part of a diet plan?
Part of a diet plan. Well, smoothies themselves, if you just have them, they'll be great for a diet plan. We also have an option to make it light for some of our smoothies. Some of our smoothies have sherbets or frozen yogurts in them, and you can take those out, and we have what we call low-calorie dairy base. That's a good replacement for that. Cuts about a third of the carbs and calories.
Are you gonna make some here for us? Or?
We
Yeah,
are.
we'll do a little demonstration.
I think we should try to start out with the green drink.
What
Because
is
that
it?
is extremely healthy. Since you so want to get healthy, I think you should definitely try it.
Why are you pushing me towards this, Andy?
Because I just think it's healthy for
Well,
you.
what
This
is
will get you
it? I
started.
don't even know what it is.
It's a great detox, great for your immune system.
Wheatgrass is what it is.
It's a wheatgrass shot, and you throw that down and chase it with the orange wedge. Let's see, here we go.
All right.
Shot, shot, shot.
Here's looking
shot,
at you.
Shot, 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 shot.
Perfect.
Oh God.
Awesome.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad.
But I have a Jamba Juice now.
What did it taste like?
It's not that bad, but it tastes green.
Like.
Like
Very earthy.
you don't like the grass that comes out of the side of your lawnmower.
That's exactly what it
It's
tastes
a very
like.
earthy taste.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's super duper duper healthy.
It tastes
for
healthy
you.
though. It does taste healthy.
And pure and clean, right?
And what
That's
flavor
a
is
good
it?
chaser.
What flavor is
What do
it?
you get right there?
That's our strawberry whirl, so that's all strawberry, banana, and apple strawberry juice.
That's delicious.
Yeah, I actually just started taking wheatgrass shots last 2-3 weeks. My husband and I will just randomly go and just take a wheatgrass shot after a workout, and those are hard for me to
feel better
take as
though, right?
well. But they give you amazing energy. It's crazy, and I always make sure to chase it with some
the
kind of
orange, yeah.
smoothie. Yes, I have to. I've never been given an orange, so that's actually a great thing, like
Yeah.
a lemon and an orange or something like that to kind of,
A little compliment.
yeah.
Maybe I'll have the other one later.
Ooh, you're going to be full of energy. You might want to take that after the show because you may not be able to finish. But yeah, I'm excited to try all of these. So what are the other ones that we have here?
We also brought a Caribbean Passion, which is made with passion mango juice, orange sherbet, strawberries, and peaches. Very good summertime drink.
And before we go any further, I just want to bring up the work that you do for things to fight like childhood obesity.
Yes.
And I know you recently hosted a town hall summit or something. Where you sort of addressed that, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We were the lead presenters there at Washington University last Tuesday. Our CEO from California came in, James White, who is a St. Louisan as well. Okay. And we led that program, and it's all about getting the kids involved early in the process and make sure we stay healthy from the beginning.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. We're definitely going to drink all the rest of those, so you don't have to take those with you. We've got plenty of crew, but I don't think they're going to get any. But we're going to go ahead and check out and see what's going on with Debbie. But did want to let you guys know here, definitely check out jambajuice.com. You can check out their website, find out more information. And you guys have several locations here in St. Louis?
We have 3 locations right now, and we have 3 more being built as we speak.
Ballpark Village, you're coming to Ballpark Village.
Ballpark Village in early June, and we're at West County Mall right now, Creve Coeur, and at the St. Louis Airport.
It's delicious. I love it.
Wonderful. Yes. Well, we're going to go ahead and check out and see what's going on with Debbie in the den.
All right, thanks. Please leave some for me. I've never had a Jamba Juice, and I'm looking really forward to it. So I'll even do the wheatgrass shot, I think. We're going to stay on the topic of people's health here in St. Louis because recently the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services increased the amount of funding that the St. Louis area receives for HIV/AIDS. And the Health Department's Communicable Diseases Bureau Chief, Dr. Shatrughan Bastola, is joining me right now to talk a little bit more about the increase in funding as well as trends in HIV/AIDS. So first of all, thanks for being with us.
You're welcome.
And how much of an increase are we seeing in HIV/AIDS funding?
Yeah, it's a little bit of increase this year. That is about 8% from what we had last year.
And what does that money generally go for? Does it go for treatment or does it go for education?
There are a variety of areas which we serve. It's starting from medical case management, from some insurance issues, some childcare issues, some social support issues, and oral health issues. So there are many different components there of services.
I guess it's a good thing that we don't necessarily hear the same kinds of things about HIV/AIDS that we did, say, 20, 25 years ago. And I'm sure part of the reason is because of the new treatments for HIV, that people who have the disease, it's not the death sentence, I guess, that it was, because people are living much longer because of the medical treatment. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
But those are expensive, so I imagine that some of this funding can help people who
that is very true.
Can't afford that. Where are we seeing increases, though? Because it does seem in this day and age, most people are aware of how one gets AIDS and what to do to prevent it from happening. So, but we are still seeing new cases. So break it down for us as far as the trends.
Let me start with saying that we see some increase in the newly diagnosed cases of HIV/AIDS, and the increase is among the African American population. Mainly, if you look into the age, it's in the age from 13 to 44, again, there is disproportionate distribution of cases among African American population. If you look into females, it's again African American population. The majority of cases are there. And as far as transmission risk group is concerned, it's men having sex with men. There is where the majority of cases occur. So these are some of the trends you see, And then, as I said, what is kind of a good news in it is that we see some decrease in the newly occurring cases lately. So that is a good news in there.
Generally, what kind of numbers are we talking about right now? Approximately how many people in the St. Louis area are living with HIV or AIDS?
It is approximately, I would say, 5,600 in the Missouri metropolitan transitional grant area, and it covers 7 counties, 6 counties, and city of St. Louis itself. So it covers a population of about 2 million.
So for somebody who is sexually active and not having protected sex, and they should definitely be getting themselves tested, right? Is that something that they can do through your department?
I think you're bringing up a very good point, because it is really important to know your HIV status. because technology has gone so far. Once you know it early on, you'll receive a treatment, you will prolong your life, you will have healthier life with you, and then you would be able to take care of your loved ones too. So this is very important for you to identify your HIV case status early on, as early as possible.
Right, and not be trusting of someone else saying that they're okay, because we've certainly had some pretty high-profile cases in the news lately of people who know that they have it and have almost deliberately transmitted it to unsuspecting partners.
Yeah, it is good to know your status, and it is good to share with your loved ones.
What would be some of the ways that you could go forward with an education program, you know, when you're seeing, when you can clearly see where HIV/AIDS is increasing in certain populations, in the African American community in St. Louis? How do you direct that message to them, giving them information that partly they already know?
Let me start with the fact that we take a partnership approach while going for prevention and control of HIV/AIDS. We do work with the federally qualified health centers. We do work with the hospitals and for detection, counseling, and care of the cases. And we also do innovative approach such as going into social events and trying to kind of detect and counsel the high-risk population there. So as you just mentioned, that it is important in HIV/AIDS that we reach the high-risk population where they are and can tailor our approach based on their needs. Okay, so it is really important to understand that high risk. And that high risk is, as I said before, it's men having sex with men. It is heterosexual category of people, mainly with women, and it's African-American population. It's, again, intravenous drug users, and there are other few risk groups there.
And one last question, because the drugs that they've come out with have helped to prolong the lives of people with HIV, I heard also this morning that some of those medications they're saying people should take proactively to help to keep them from getting it in the first place. Do you worry that maybe people will start to think it's not such a big deal because I can just take medication and then maybe not protect themselves?
Yeah, that risk is there because technology has advanced and gone thus far, very far away. That is coming up there, but we have been consistently, regularly saying that it is important for people to prevent from HIV/AIDS by, first of all, abstaining from sex. Second, having a sex partner which is in mutually monogamous relationship, and also consistent and persistent use of, condoms. Otherwise, that would take care of prevention of not only HIV/AIDS, but other many important sexually transmitted diseases.
Well, Dr. Bastola, continue the very worthy work and keep getting that message out, and we'll do what we can here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Well, there are houses, if you haven't noticed, that are going like hotcakes. So we're going to talk a little more about the real estate market in the St. Louis area coming up next on St. Louis Presents.
Experience St. Louis.
Welcome back. This time of year is what many in the real estate business consider home buying season.
Our next guest has been seeing a surge of new home buyers as well as a new trend in real estate called flash sales.
And here to tell us more about what's current in real estate is Kelly Hager of the Kelly Hager Group. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Now this must be a really exciting home buying season for realtors because
No question.
homes are selling like hotcakes. What's going on?
So we have a whole phenomenon right now called flash sales. And what that means is there's not enough inventory on the market. So if you're thinking about putting your house on the market, Now is definitely the time to do it. So a flash sale is a sale when a house goes on the market and it sells within 2 to 3 days. And
Wow.
most of those properties that are selling are in excellent condition and they're priced well. Not necessarily super aggressively, but just well, that within the market. And what we're seeing is multiple offers on those properties. And, you know, there's just so many buyers and just not enough homes on the market currently. So the other thing is we have so many people relocating to our city, which is wonderful. There's so many big employers hiring locally that we need some houses on the market, everybody.
So with the flash sales, basically these houses are well taken care of. They're maintained
Yes.
and they've made the appropriate upgrades to be able to, you know, of course, select their price.
Yes.
Is what you're saying as well.
So, and also we just have had a terrible winter as we all have lived
Yes.
through. So get that exterior maintenance done. Get fresh pots with beautiful flowers that you can put on. Then you can take those with you because they're not attached to the ground. Repaint your front door. If there's door jambs that need to be redone, get all that stuff knocked out. If your roof needs to be replaced, get it replaced. I know that that's not something everybody loves to do, but that's something that would be really important, and that will make your house sell very quickly.
Very quickly. That's just amazing, especially after the last few years of how the real estate market has been. And this is actually kind of surprising. I personally have never heard of flash sales, and you know, I've had a lot of friends of mine who are looking to even refinance their homes and things like that, and they've been concerned about doing that because they're nervous about what the property values are around their home in particular. So this is actually great news, even for those of you that are not looking to particularly sell, but to know that there are houses that are selling in the market that might help with your property value.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the stats are about anywhere from 2 to 5% is the increase that we're seeing this time over last year.
Yeah.
So the prices are starting to just jump up a little bit. You know, but it's definitely, we're not looking at huge price increases. It's about 2 to 5%. And interest rates are still at record lows.
Yes, they are.
So if you're thinking about it, now's really a great time to do it.
Are there particular areas of the St. Louis metro that are selling better than others? Because I live in South City and I have been marveling that a sign goes up and the next day it's under contract. It's just unbelievable.
It's very fun. So I'll tell you, Clayton and Ladue. Clayton, we had 35 houses go on the market in April as a whole community. 25 of those went under contract. Baldwin and Chesterfield, another super hot area. And then as you go into St. Charles County, Lake St. Louis, Darting Prairie, along that 40 corridor where, you know, there's just that central vein in the city, there's a lot. But South City is really hot right now as well, which is, it's just fun.
Now, do you expect this to continue? I mean, I'm sure you hope that it will, but is it partly because it's spring and this is when people are really starting to look, or what do you think it is?
The flash sale piece of it, I think, is going to be somewhat short-lived. We came off of a terrible winter where nobody wants to go dragging around in 2 feet of snow. So there's a lot of extra buyers right now. In addition to that, the interest rates are still really low, and you know, we expect those to creep up a little bit over the next period of time. So I anticipate that because our heavy relocation, people that are coming in, that it's still going to be a hot market. It might not be as hot as it is in the May, June, July timeframe. Now is really the biggest time when people move, so it's a lot of fun.
And you attribute a lot of that to a lot of the larger companies hiring now, and then of course people coming in for those jobs, which is actually a great thing on that side of things too, to know that on the job side of things, things are getting better too.
Oh, there's thousands of people moving to our city this year, thousands. And it's just great. It's great for the economy, it's great for our housing market, and great for all these corporations to finally start really hiring again.
It seemed like for a couple of years, people who owned a house weren't able to sell it, and people were turning to renting their homes, and people who own them would say, I'm never buying a house again, I'm only going to rent. Apparently,
times
that's
have
changed.
And we really it's a big shift in mindset because there's still many buyers that think, oh, I'm going to go in and I'm going to lowball. And you really have to educate your buyers that, hey, we've switched to a seller's market, and if you want to even be considered in theory for this house, A, being cash is a great route to be able to go.
Sure.
But B, sometimes you have to go in and ask over or give over asking price. And then, you know, to really obtain the house if that's the one you love.
Do you also recommend to your clients that they go out and get pre-approved for a mortgage so they don't have to wait in line for that and maybe lose the house that they really want?
Absolutely. You know, before you ever go look at your first house, that you're in a car with a realtor, you really need to be pre-approved. Because if you're pre-approved, you know how much you can spend, you know what your monthly payment's going to be, and That's very important information. I think a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'll go to this price or I'll go up to that price without really understanding how much that monthly cost is going to be.
Well, I think it's great news, and
Yes.
anyone,
Great news.
anybody,
Exciting news.
anyone who's watching who thought, I don't know, maybe we'll put the house on the market, do it now, right?
Absolutely,
Hopefully
let's
my husband's
go.
watching too, because he wants to stay in our house forever, and I'm ready to go.
Come on,
So,
let's go.
yes.
We can help you.
And Kelly Hager of the Hager Group can help you for sure. And when it comes to some news headlines, Steve Potter is going to help us with that.
Thanks, Debbie. The World Affairs Council of St. Louis has announced that their 4th annual International Humanitarian of the Year Award will be given to Shriners Hospital for Children, St. Louis. The award is presented annually to recognize individuals or organizations in the St. Louis region that have contributed the most to the solution for a global humanitarian crisis. This year's celebration will be a gala event at the Four Seasons Hotel in downtown St. Louis, Thursday, June the 19th. 2 major donations to St. Louis Youth Jobs are putting the program a step closer to reaching Mayor Slay's goal of providing 500 youth with jobs over the summer months. The J.P. Morgan Chase Foundation, their donation of $100,000 will provide employment for 50 teens and young adults. With the help of public and private investments, STL Youth Jobs puts 16 to 23-year-olds to work in the city of St. Louis. The program is managed by the Incarnate Word Foundation and is geared to provide participants with meaningful employment to reduce crime, increase academic success, and make it more likely that they'll get a second job. And Missouri All-American defensive end Michael Sam got the call that he'd been waiting for on the 3rd and final day of the NFL draft from none other than the St. Louis Rams. Highlights from Sam's college career at the University of Missouri include unanimous All-American, SEC Co-Defensive Player of the Year, and First Team All-SEC. Despite being the 249th pick, Michael Sam has made national news as well as sports history by being the first openly gay player to be selected in the NFL draft. And Debbie and Sandy, I don't know if you read social media, I assume that you do, yes. But there's been so much reaction to that whole gay component. Some people are furious, some people are elated, but I kind of predict that that controversy, that storm's going to blow over sooner than people think.
Well, it just came out that he did sign a deal with Oprah Winfrey, and they're going to do a documentary. So for talk show hosts, he's like the gift that keeps on giving. There's like a next day story for Michael Sam.
My biggest concern is I want him to, because he has to make the team. He has to actually go through everything to make the team, and I want that to be the primary focus so he can actually win over all the people that are being so negative about him. So
Well,
I want
think
him
he's
to make
handling
the
it
team.
in the right way.
Yeah.
But you know, I think they realize that this is something people are going to talk about for a while, and they're just hoping that it's just going to be for a while.
I'm just hoping it doesn't distract him from actually going about making the team, because that's going to be the huge component of it.
They need to win games. Come
Yeah,
on.
absolutely.
And people are talking about the St. Louis Rams. So there you go.
That's true. That is very true.
All right, well, go see Circus Flora, and we hope that you enjoyed this episode of St. Louis Presents. We've had a lot of great information, and I want to make sure to get some of that Jamba Juice before we go.
The Jamba Juice was delicious. You mentioned Circus Flora. I just want to go over that again. June 29th is the first day.
Or May 29th.
That's what I meant, May 29th. Friday, May 29th. I get my dates right. I know when I'm going. And if you haven't been, like Sandy hasn't been, you've got to go.
Got to go.
It's going to be
Circusflora.org.
It's going to be something you'll do every year.
I will definitely do that. We're going to talk after the
Yes,
break.
we
so we can try to
definitely
get that
are.
hooked up. And thanks to all the guests who came. And of course, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're all over the place. So we'll see you guys next time.
All right, it's St. Louis Presents. Thanks for being with us on STL TV.